Right, start.
Friends, today this Dilsad Ratnam coming to you with the financial news of the 29th day of September, Wednesday, 2021. And here we have two newspapers, and the one is Mint. Today we have Mint here, and Mint is giving some news, and stock talk, everything is good. And today some new news is coming up. So if you come to Mint and Business Line, the today Sensex goes like this. 59,667.60 minus 410.28. So it is from 60,088, and today it seems it has that is the levels. And the SEBI lays framework for gold and social exchanges. SEBI lays framework for gold and social stock exchanges. Excise markup from fuels raises 34% in April, August. Center dissolves OFB from October 1st, transfers assets to 7 public sector undertakings. 7 public undertakings. So management guru Professor Bala is no more. Management guru Professor Bala is no more. To check free trades, NSE does away with stop loss market order in options. This is some fresh news. To check free trades, NSE does away with stop loss market order options. So the blue box is elder line, rings in hope for senior citizens. Elder line, rings in hope for senior citizens. Sensex falls 410 points to end below 60,000. S&P sees indications of strong rebound in economy. So this is the news from Business Line. I read it, you please understand. Today's levels are the Sensex falls 410 points to end below 60,000. Benchmark indices ended up over 0.5% lower on Tuesday amid volatility. The market opened on a negative note, tracking weak global cues, and slipped further in the first half by around 1%, dragged by IT and reality stocks. It managed to recover slightly during closing hours. The volatility index ended 2.67% in higher at 18.54. The BSE Sensex closed at 59,667.60, down 410.28. Down 410.28. Gain 59,667.60, down 410.28. So this is not always up, it is also down. We need not always ask for higher marketing. Sometimes it will fall also. We must be ready to accept both fall and rise. So definitely it will take a higher steeper way, but today it is down car after the 60,000 cross. And the next line is we have some new exchanges. SEBI lays the framework for gold and social stock exchanges. So, as in the case of exchange traded funds and gold traded funds, resident Indians permitted to become constituents of FPIs that are registered as AIFs in GIFT City. Introduction of silver exchange traded funds in line with the existing regulatory mechanism for gold exchange traded funds. So we have gold exchange traded funds and now we will be having silver exchange traded funds. So SEBI is doing that work. Experts say more will lead to transparent price discovery, help social entities to raise funds. So social entities will raise funds and we will discover better prices for silver as we are discovering prices for gold. So social impact funds. Existing social venture funds will be rechristened social impact funds and can have reduced corpus of rupees 5 crores against rupees 20 crore prescribed earlier. SEBI will engage with NABARD, SIDBI and stock exchanges towards instituting a capacity building and fund with a corpus of rupees 100 crore. Experts said with India ranking 129 among 189 countries on the Human Development Index, the social exchange could do more for the social sector, while funds from individual philanthropists amounting to rupees 70,000 crore in 2018, according to Bain and Company, there is an opportunity to help these entities tap other sources of funding such as international philanthropy, domestic CSR, offshore development assistance, and so on. So this is social stock exchange. I think great leap and it has a great impact on the social lives of people, and social stocks will be getting importance. And another news from Mint. Mint we have here. We come here. We have oil on the boil. Again, oil on the boil. What this means for India? Oil on the boil. So oil is boiling, oil is heating up, oil prices have risen up. So the oil prices are rising up. Things are different for everyone and anyone. And the governance, here this news, the stock exchange news is given in a different way. Spot gold trading gets SEBI push, policy tweaks. So here we have the special note. SEBI makes it easier for founders to retain control of startups. So controllers now get better grip on startups. The regulator enables introduction of silver exchange traded funds. Regulator enables introduction of silver exchange traded funds. The board approves the introduction of a social stock exchange. So a social stock exchange, please think about it and try to trade on that also. You have to study more on that. And SEBI makes it easy for tech startup founders to list in India. The regulator also approved the framework for spot trading of gold in India. The framework allows so-called next page in 6. Using next. Future Group gets NCLT nod, meet to sale on digital bill. One more news here. Revamp of MSCI index likely to bring $1 billion inflows into India. So more money coming. Revamp of MSCI index likely to bring $1 billion inflows into India. Relief on government borrowing pays to soothe bond market among oil wars. So yesterday there was some cut in the borrowing, and even that is not giving any push. Plan to put in place a national minimum wage hits a roadblock. Private equity firm KKR to sell 6.5 stake in Max Healthcare for $300 billion. And we have the stock news also. Some new stocks recommended for today. Stock Talk, AHCL, LIC Housing Finance, Ujjivan SFB, Lupin. So consider these stocks. And we have some other news here with Aditya Birla Asset Management Company giving some special offer opens today. Aditya Birla Capital, AMC Asset Management Company, closes on Friday, October 1st. And another news. Mandatory minimum wage plan hits another roadblock. So some agitation against that. Mandatory minimum wage plan hits another roadblock. Ajit Mishra resigns as head of the expert committee on minimum wage, new panel formed. So Ajit Mishra has some problem and he is not happy. So he resigns. Mandatory minimum wage plan to hits another roadblock. Zydus Cadila to explore mRNA vaccine. So monetization plan, monetization, selling assets, disinvestment, so many words are there. This is the major thing which we can see today inside India's asset monetization gambit. So what is seen inside? Inside India's asset monetization gambit. So I read it from here, means a short story. Successive governments have announced grand invitation schemes but repeatedly missed targets. Stake sales in LIC, BPCL and two other state-run entities are all running behind the schedule. But with the tightening fiscal constraints, the center needs a win on the national monetization pipeline. A success here could boost credibility among global investors, lenders, institutions. Moreover, some private players believe that even if the government manages to pull off part of the headline figure of rupees 6 trillion, it will be a good upfront return on the assets listed for sale under NMP. So In the early 1990s, after being repeatedly frustrated by the jumbled and circumfluous rail routes along India's western coast, the Indian Railways decided to construct a new independent rail network along the Konkan coast. The Konkan Railway Corporation, a joint venture. This is another news. This is not this. States have drastically cut their capex outlays this fiscal, with most of them realizing lower revenues than what they budgeted for the fiscal 2024. They budgeted and estimated more, but they are receiving less and needs a revision. So, next, the payments are all auto run. Here the big news. So if you check, your accounts will be debited automatically. So very great news. Payments may not go through from 1st October as new auto debit norms kicking. Auto debit norms. So check out your accounts. Here, auto debit mandates for utility bills and payments for subscriptions are likely to get stuck under the new regime. Auto debit mandates for utility bills and payments for subscriptions are likely to get stuck under the new regime. This is a new regime and we must either get adjusted to it or get out of it. So we cannot get out of our way, we have to get adjusted to whatever we are seeing. So there you the war for digital talent. The war for digital talent. India can emerge as a global hub for it. So we are going to become a hub for digital talent. Tech skills are in short supplied globally, but here are 5 measures we could take that will help us lead efforts to close the gap. So we should become digitally fit and fit. So some more news from business line. Great Lakes Institute founder played a major role in setting up several top B schools, business schools. Professor Bala Chandran, management guru, Professor Bala Chandran is no more. A sea-facing bungalow or a cottage in the hills is what most people aspire or as they ride into sunset. But Bala Chandran was different. At 67, he decided to do something that would etch his name forever in the management education space in India. Bala Chandran, 84, who passed away on Tuesday at Chicago after a brief illness, started the Great Lakes Institute of Management in Chennai after teaching for 4 decades at the Kerala School of Management at Northwestern University of US. His dream was to put Chennai on the international management education map. So he wanted to see Chennai as a management hub, a great educational institute of management was planned in Chennai by Professor B. Balachandran, and he is no more. Hats off to his services and all the management. I think we extend deep condolences to the family and the management and the providers. And it's really sad news. So, elder line brings in hope for senior citizens. Some more hope for senior citizens. Every time senior citizens need to be coaxed and happily brought. S&P sees indications of strong rebound in economy. S&P sees indications of strong rebound in economy. Sensex falls 410 points to end below 60,000. Center dissolves OMB from October 1st. Transfers assets to 7 public sector undertakings. Workers to move Supreme Court over decision. The Defense Ministry has announced the names of 7 corporations it is forming by splitting the Ordnance Factory Board. Ordnance Factory Board. These structures will control the 41 factories under the Ordnance Factory Board. The new corporations are Munitions India Limited, Armored Vehicles Nigam Limited, Advanced Weapons and Equipments India Limited, Fruit Comforts Limited, Yantra India Limited, India Opel Limited, and Gliders India. The new establishments will start functioning from October 1st as the OFB started in 1979. Winds up operations. The new defense public sector units have been incorporated as government companies wholly owned by the Government of India with limited liability by shares under the Companies Act 2013 with the registered offices and corporate offices. A Defense Ministry order based on the Cabinet decision of June 16 said the Center has also decided to transfer all OFB employees Group A, B, C to start to the new corporations on terms of foreign service without any deputation allowance initially for 2 years. So employees want to continue in OFB, but government wants to shift them to the newly formed entities. So this happens, this will continue. No one can change this because world is moving on. Governments are changing. They want money. They want new things. They don't want things to be in the old fashion. So employees also don't hope to be on the older patterns. Older patterns are being rubbed off, washed off, and brushed off. So no more older patterns. Only new patterns. Get accustomed to the new patterns because that is the way of where we see how the world is going ahead. So one last news. Novavax jab. SII gets nod for trial in 7-11 group. So friends, the Sensex has fallen down. SEBI has paved a new way to make exchange traded funds in silver and a new platform for social stocks. So try the new way. Professor Balachandran is no more. So this is Dilsai Vidyaratnam signing off till next episode. Bye.